So, today I will be filming the Season 1 review of Ms. Marvel, the new MCU show. This will be a full spoiler review. And I'm very excited to talk about it, because this is never a Marvel show that I was too excited about, but I like the character a lot from the Avengers game and some other media, so I was excited to check it out. And, yeah, I'll get right into this full spoiler review with the negatives. And I'd say I only have one negative, and that's just it kind of loses its way in the middle. Like, episodes 1, 2... most of 3, and then episode 6 are really good and just great coming-of-age stories about a teenage superhero fan who gets to become a superhero and kind of gets to adjust that life. She's really excited and passionate about it, but she's still making mistakes, and it's like in modern culture, but like also like adding in some Pakistani culture as well. And I thought those were all great, outstanding, fantastic MCU content. But episode 4 and 5 kind of lost its way with just like a lot of the series, like with the clandestines, I don't know, they weren't very interesting too much. Like, it's kind of cool, like, oh, Kamala's like the descendant of people from other universes, and it ties into Muslim culture. But then also it was like, okay, this is like the best parts of this show are about a young kid becoming a superhero in like this comedy action series. Why do we have to have like 30 minutes of one of our episodes dedicated to a drama about adults in the 40s? And it did tie into the series well enough. It was neat how Kamala kind of tied into her own family's origin stories. Didn't feel too necessary, I guess. Episode 4 actually wasn't too bad. It was cool seeing Kamala meet her family and hang out with Red Dagger, and some of the action was fun, so it wasn't too bad. It's just, the show was at its worst when it was focused on the clandestines. It wasn't bad, it's just I don't feel like they were interesting enough or, like, I don't know, like, unique enough to demand so much of the story and take away from what we did enjoy. They maybe would have been a better save for Season 2, and Season 1 would have been better just focused on damage control. But nevertheless, there's still plenty I loved about the season. First off, Iman Vellani, I really hope I'm saying that right, is perfect as Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan. She has the energy and the excitement, and she does great in dramatic scenes, but in just every scene you think, this is a kid who is so excited to be a superhero, and she has to face up to her mistakes. She's even great in the scenes where she has to like give a cool speech or be like, she kind of has to step up, and she can't just be a kid being carefree with her powers. She really needs to be a responsible hero, and she's great in all those aspects. She has a great dynamic with the whole cast, especially Bruno and her parents. And she just made Kamala Khan one of my favorite Marvel superheroes already in just 6 episodes. She is fantastic, one of the best castings Marvel ever had. I like the whole rest of the cast, too. I thought Bruno was fun. I can see why they almost cast him as Peter Parker. I loved her parents and like the way they grew throughout the series and the relationship with Kamala. I really enjoyed... I enjoyed seeing like the villains from Far From Home and No Way Home kind of come back. Like, we see the Department of Damage Control, and the one guy from No Way Home who arrested Peter Parker, he's one of the bad guys. And I like they're using the Stark Tech drones from Far From Home to hunt Kamala. I think that's really, really cool. And if they were just the villains, that would have been awesome. I love the add-on of like Jersey City and Muslim culture, making it very unique from other MCU projects, but continuing the trend that we see with Black Panther and Moon Knight and Shang-Chi of interpreting new cultures in the MCU, and it's really, really cool and unique and helps broaden the universe even more. I like the fun tone of episodes 1 and 2. They're very fast-paced. They're very stylish with their visuals and music choices. I like them using blinding lights. I loved episode 3 with the whole wedding sequence. It was really fun. And then fighting to Bon Jovi was cool. I love her suit. I honestly don't mind her power change too much. It's fine. Leads to some cool moments. And I like that at the end she can still embiggen, which is cool. I honestly love the scene where they reveal that Ms. Marvel is a mutant. Like, I think that's cool. A great little way to introduce mutants before we have the big introduction upcoming. I love the little use of the X-Men theme. And I thought the post-credit scene was a little bit confusing, but I think it's still fun. It's cool to see Carol Danvers, and it's a fun setup for the Marvels. And I'm sure we're going to see that scene in the Marvels when the time comes, but it gets me excited for the future of Kamala Khan interacting with more people in the MCU. So, while the show lost its way a little bit in the middle with clandestines, I still thought it really worked thanks to just fun energy, an amazing lead in Iman Vellani, and just a fun look at the MCU. I loved like seeing the MCU from a civilian's perspective, not necessarily in the way of Tom Holland, where he's kind of accepted it and it's part of life, but in the way of Kamala Khan, where she's a huge super fan. She goes to Avengers Con. I love all that. So lost its way a bit in the middle. Villains weren't too great, but it still had so much fun energy and cast and passion for the Marvel Universe that's hard not to love. So it's not perfect, but it's a really, really good show. So I'd give Miss Marvel an 8.5 out of 10. Some of the best MCU of the year, if I'm being honest. But I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys like this video. Future videos coming soon, including The Black Phone, which I'm about to film right now. And then Nope, Minions: The Rise of Gru, The Gray Man, DC League of Super Pets, and plenty more videos in August and beyond. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.